Have you ever felt a cold dread wash over you, the kind that starts in your gut and freezes your veins, telling you that your entire life is a lie? I felt it at 2:17 in the morning, the blue light of my wife Clara's phone painting a ghostly mural on the ceiling of our Chicago bedroom. She was asleep, a serene smile on her face, but the screen was unlocked. A single message glowed with venom he'll never know. The procedure is our little secret. My world didn't just crack, it atomized. The procedure, the vasectomy I'd had 6 months ago, the one performed by her new friend, the brilliant Dr. Evans. And in that sickening, silent moment, I knew my inability to have children wasn't a medical failure. It was a conspiracy. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The discovery wasn't a sudden explosion. It was a slow, creeping poison. It started with her phone always angled away from me and late-night emergency calls from the hospital. Then came the receipts diners at Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse on Rush Street, places we used to love, paid for on a credit card I didn't know she had. She'd become a stranger in our home on North Dearborn Parkway. The warmth that once filled our apartment was replaced by a chilling draft of indifference. When I'd ask about her day, her answers were clipped, hollow. Fine, she'd say, her eyes fixed on her phone, a fortress I couldn't breach. Her manipulation was an art form. If I questioned her, I was insecure. If I was distant, I was punishing her for having a life. She and Evans, they felt untouchable, wrapped in the arrogance of their shared secret. They thought I was a fool, a sad, broken man who couldn't see the truth. The grief calcified into something harder, colder. The broken man was gone. A strategist was born. My revenge began not with a bang, but with a whisper. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop who operated out of a dusty office in the Loop. He was expensive, but worth every penny. He got me everything. Photos of them kissing in the Grant Park underground garage, hotel check-in records from the peninsula, even audio recordings of their conversations in a quiet booth at a diner, laughing about me. Laughing about how Dr. Evans had deliberately botched my vasectomy, assuring I was sterile while he was free to father a child with my wife. They were planning a new life, one built on the ruins of mine. While they were planning their future, I was planning their downfall. I opened a new bank account and began quietly moving our joint assets. I contacted a shark of a divorce attorney, a woman known for leaving her opponents with nothing but the clothes on their backs. At the exact same moment, another server found Dr. Evans at his table and served him with the malpractice lawsuit. The room fell silent. Phones emerged, cameras flashing, the whispers started, then grew into a roar. The next morning, the story was everywhere. The city's most prominent surgeon and a high society philanthropist exposed in a sordid tale of adultery and medical assault. The hospital suspended Evans immediately, pending an investigation. The medical board launched their own inquiry. Clara's social circle evaporated overnight. Friends who once fawned over her now crossed the street to avoid her. The charity board demanded her resignation. She was ruined, a pariah in the city she had tried so desperately to conquer. She came back to the apartment, her face a mask of disbelief and rage. "You destroyed me," she screamed, her voice echoing in the now empty rooms. I had already moved all my things out. "No, Clara," I said, my voice devoid of any emotion. "You destroyed yourself." Ow. I just held up the mirror. The legal battles were brutal but swift. I got the house, the assets, everything. Evans lost his medical license and settled the lawsuit for a sum that would ensure he'd never practice again. Clara was left with nothing but her shame and a mountain of legal debt. I never saw her again, but I heard she moved back to her small hometown, a ghost of the woman she pretended to be. Sometimes late at night, I stand on my balcony overlooking the city lights, the same view we once shared. The anger is gone, the pain has faded to a dull ache. All that's left is the silence. The world is quiet now, but it's the kind of quiet that reminds you of everything you've lost.